It's Cinema Lovers Incorporated back at you again with a brand new video. Right here, I just got back from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party over the weekend. I apologize for not making a lot of videos. But ladies and gentlemen, I am back to review The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 2. This episode was fantastic. I really enjoyed this episode. Angela Kang, for the most part, is doing a fantastic job. There's really nothing wrong with this episode except three little nitpicks, and they're not big. One could be big for a couple people. One's a little bit I'm a little iffy about, but the other two, they're just nitpicks from me. But the rest of the episode was fantastic. So pop some popcorn, get some soda, and enjoy the video. So this might be a long one. Episode 1, which was last week, I thought was a pretty good episode. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. I thought the writing was very good, the dialogue. But some of the characters, just the moments. For example, Kenneth, this character we just met, he dies in the episode, and we're supposed to feel sorry for him and his family, his two parents. And I criticized it because I didn't really care about these characters because they were thrown on us so fast. But I'm pleasantly surprised to tell you guys that this episode develops Kenneth's parents even more. These characters are being developed very quickly, and they're becoming very likable. I enjoy their moments. His mom and his father, I forgot their names. They're very new characters, but I really enjoy their screen time, their character moments, and the dialogue. And I'm so happy that they're getting screen time. I'm glad they're not being pushed in the back. They're actually getting development, and that's what I love about episode 2, which is fantastic. Like I said, the dialogue in this episode is fantastic. I loved mostly everything that people said in this episode. Everything felt fluent. Even Jesus wasn't annoying. Not Jesus Christ, Jesus the character, ladies and gentlemen. Everything felt pretty smooth. Everything flowed very well, and the look of the show, the camera angles, everything felt like it had so much quality to it. Something that the show has been lacking for the last couple years. It felt like the old days of The Walking Dead. We have some really good moments of Carol and Daryl talking, their speech, how the camera goes super fast. And it reminds me of the old days, like Season 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead. Very fresh and exciting, too. I was at the edge of my seat, and I was really into it. Something that I haven't enjoyed the show like this in a very long time. It's very weird. A lot of stuff happens in this episode. Aaron, spoiler alert, loses an arm. There is a big accident, a very action-packed episode. The action is fantastic in Season 9. Daryl with two knives goes. There's a lot of really cool kills. Something that the show's been lacking for many years was very cool kills. And we got the cool kills back. Really awesome kills. By the way, comment down below how many times do I say kills in this review. Let me know. But yeah, and the characters are fantastic. Most of them. I enjoy Andrew Lincoln's portrayal as Rick. We get to see more about Maggie, her decisions of her killing Gregory. She's really on the balance. Should she go all out crazy and kill everyone, or should she have rules and give people chances? I really like to see Maggie. I like seeing Maggie on the balance of that. It's very interesting, and people are trying to, at the hilltop decide if the guy in the jail cell should come out and work on the I think the push mower that can tend to the crops, or should he stay in the jail cell? And it's really interesting. A lot of good drama there. I like it a lot. And then we have a big moment where they're trying to build a bridge in this episode. The Saviors versus the other groups. They're fighting. They're not getting along right, and it is great, intense drama. Daryl has a big fight with this bully. The bully, for the most part, there's no really bad dialogue. I really bought this character, and if it was Gimple who directed this episode or was still showrunner, he would have had some really cringy dialogue, but he was actually very tolerable. You have characters working together. There's even a campfire scene that's very reminiscent of season 1, where they're around the campfire. It's just overall great. The dialogue is great. Rick, he's deciding if this was a good idea for them to build a bridge, connecting all of the communities together, or is it a bad idea? It's very, very intense. It's just fun to watch. It's true drama. Aaron has to be his arm is gone, so Aaron lost one of his arms. Great development between these characters. Daryl is doing so much. I actually really like Daryl in season 9. I haven't liked him since season 3, so that's actually saying a lot. And I think Daryl is really awesome in this season so far. So far. But those are really good pros. I enjoyed the action. And Negan's introduction into season 9 was perfect. The music and the way he comes out of the shadows, the music and all of that is very, very just spine-tingling. I had chill bumps all over. It's really rare for me to get chill bumps in, The Walking Dead nowadays. I got chill bumps, ladies and gentlemen, and that's actually saying a lot. That's how much I enjoyed this episode. This episode, of course, it's not perfect. It does have a couple cons. We're going to get back into the pros in a couple minutes. The cons in this episode: 1, Tara. I don't like this character of Tara. She's calling people, she's like, blah, blah, blah. She's calling them, like, nicknames and stuff. She's supposed to be cute. She has these little sunglasses on. She's made because of this SJW bullcrap. She's catering to the lesbians. Oh, the lesbians can be cute, too. It just doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like this character. If she dies, the show will be fantastic. The show is fantastic right now. I think episode 2 is great. If she dies, I'll be like, yes, bravo, bravo. But I don't think she's going anywhere because, this is going to lead into my next problem, which has to be Anne and Father Gabriel. Their relationship in this episode is very, very rocky in my personal opinion. It's probably the only thing I don't enjoy. It's kind of a side story, and it doesn't really flow very well with the rest of the intense stuff that's going on. I am pleasantly surprised their relationship is not as cringy as Carol's and Ezekiel's, because these two characters, Anne and Gabriel, are very, very odd people, and they really work well together, but there's just a problem. I'm not racist, but I can really tell that the SJWs are running the show, at least a couple of them. Why are there so many black and white relationships in this show? It just doesn't feel right. I buy these characters together. I think Anne and Gabriel is actually pretty cute, in my opinion. Now, I don't think Ezekiel and Carol are good together. I don't think Rick or Michonne are good together. But I think Gabriel and Anne, they have a sweet, somewhat adorable, little cute relationship, if you know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. But the problem I have is that they are still shoving down black and white relationships like there's supposed to be variety. Like, oh, screw you white people. All you white people are so great, but you black people need love too, so let's put them all together. And it just doesn't really work. And that's one of the big problems in this episode, where they have them on the side, they're just looking up, and it kind of slows down when they bring them back together. Now, I do enjoy Gabriel talking about the past, but in my opinion, it slowed down the episode. I really enjoyed as well, there was a moment where, Maggie talking to the guy in the prison cell was a great moment. I loved this moment. And it was fantastic. Her mentioning Herschel, her father, who was an alcoholic, that was a great moment. Most of the characters were great. I don't like Henry. That's another nitpick. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. My final nitpick, it's just a nitpick, has to be the ending where the bully is walking by himself alone, and he's like, oh, it's you. You almost got yourself killed, and he gets grabbed, and all of a sudden, it just ends. And it really it was just over anticlimactic, in my opinion. Now, the rest of the episode was fantastic, and then you have this ending where it just goes, boo, and it's over. I didn't really enjoy that part. I thought it should have ended better. But the rest of the episode was almost fantastic. Really, I don't have anything wrong with this episode. That's saying a lot. This episode had great character moments. Rick Grimes doing great things. The dialogue, the acting, everyone together. There's another little weird moment near the beginning is Maggie on the horse. It looked a little silly how they did it. She was like, that was just a nitpick. Another nitpick is Rick in the beginning of the episode. He's like, previously on The Walking Dead. It just doesn't sound right. I mean, we get it. This is Rick's final season, but AMC, you don't have to shove it down our throats. You don't have to have Rick as now the announcer of the episodes. I mean, the recapper. But all in all, this episode was fantastic. I loved it, mostly from the beginning to the end. It got a little choppy near the end, Anne and Gabriel and the bully getting pulled in. But overall, this episode was really, really great. The quality was fantastic. The writing was fantastic. The performances, the acting, the dialogue, the way everything was shot. I loved it. I adored it. And I am going to give The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 2 an A. I think this episode is a major step up from the premiere. I really enjoyed it. Still not perfect. There's a couple problems I have with it, but for the most part, this episode was fantastic. I don't have a lot of problems with this episode. It's very, very rare when I don't have a lot of problems. There's a couple little hiccups with the performances, particularly Henry and Tara, but most of the episode is great. A for me. What do you guys think of The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 2? Let me know down below. This episode was fantastic. I loved it. And I'm probably going to watch it tomorrow with my grandfather. I thought this episode was great, 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 great. So I can't wait for Episode 3 coming out this Sunday. Oh, God, we're going to have to wait a whole week. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually talking like this. I'm actually excited for the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, do whatever the heck you want to do, and goodbye. Bye, everyone.